Hey guys, today we're taking a look at my Montage Dragon deck. Now, before I get into this, I just want to talk about it a little bit. This is just a really silly idea I had. I was looking through the cards and I just saw this card and I'm like, this card looks really cool. I want to try to make a deck out of it. Probably won't be that great, but I just want to see what it can do. And so this is really just an experimental deck. I'll have to see what you guys say. I haven't done much research into what this card can do, but hopefully you guys will let me know in the comments and you can let me know what you think of my pretty crazy build that I've been trying. It's a Montage Dragon build with just dragons in general. It's a dragon deck supported by Montage Dragon. So first off, the start card of the deck, Montage Dragon. Basically, you just special summon him by sending 3 monsters in your hand to the graveyard. So it's very tricky because you need really good hand in order to get him out. So you have to kind of stall and set up plays, which can be kind of annoying. But that's how this card works. If you want to make a deck around it, can't really get around that effect. So his attack becomes like 300 times the levels of the monsters you send. So if he sends, 3 4-stars, he'll already have 3,600 attack. So no matter what, he'll be pretty strong. And in the deck, you can load whatever cards you want. I'm currently loading dragons, and I'll talk about how that works. So from the dragon, like 4-star kind of base of this deck, we have Evilswarm Zahak. I just think he's a really powerful dragon card. Nice attack, nice effect, and gives us access to some other things. Then Alexandrite Dragon. In a dragon deck that focuses on high attack, always a great card to have. Just really nice with 2,000 attack and no drawbacks, other than his low defense. And then we have Hieratic Dragon of Tefnuit. Really nice that we can just special summon this card easily, because we won't want to summon things too often because we want some hand. So nice to have this card kind of as a cyber dragon in this deck, but that is a dragon card with additional effects. So very nice to have that. And then Interplanetarypurplythorny Dragon. Very nice that we can get this guy out very easily, and nice attack as well. And then Axe Dragonute. Definitely a good stall card with 2,000 attack. If we need to attack, he'll switch to defense mode, which is annoying. But another dark dragon, giving us access to some other things. And then we have a Strong Wind Dragon. A 6-star dragon that is very powerful when you tribute summon him. Can be very annoying for your opponent to deal with. Very, very strong. And then one Dark Arm Dragon. We have a good amount of darks. And Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, just perfect in this deck. High level monster we can discard that can also summon things really nicely. And after the spell card, so it's a full dragon deck, so we're running 3 solidarities, giving us some power to back up our weaker dragons at the start, so we're able to stall for a little bit to get out Montage Dragon, so that can be very nice. Dragon's Mirror, really exceptionally good in this deck. So you'll discard 3 dragons to get, Montage Dragon out. If he goes away, that's 4 dragons in your graveyard, and all you need is 5 to get out Dragon's Mirror, or to get out 5-headed dragon. So that's very, very nice in combination with how this deck works. And then we have 2 MSTs, 2 Forbidden Lance to protect our monsters, especially Montage Dragon. He has no protection, just really high attack. And Dark Hole, and 1 Day of Peace. 1 Day of Peace I find very useful in this deck, just because we need more drop power and we need to stall to get those cards in our hand. Now for the traps, Trap Stun, again, like Forbidden Lance, protecting our Montage Dragon, very important when we're going for those huge attacks. Fiendish Chain, other staple traps, not too much to say there. Getting backed up by a lot of traps in this deck. So now for the extra deck. In the extra deck, it's very important to understand that you don't want to use a lot of the non-dragon cards. So we do have access to a lot of different stuff, but we're not going to be using it too often because it runs in the way of solidarity. So it's up to you. We do have, the best 4-stars, Silent Honor, Exciton, Maestroke, and Gagaga. We also have a good amount of dragon 4-stars, which is nice because we can use them without, getting in the way of solidarity. So Queen Dragun, Heartlandraco, the new one. I really, really like this card for this deck specifically because we're usually going to have a face-up spell card. It'll usually be solidarity, and we'll be able to attack directly, and he's a dragon. It just works out really nicely. And then because we have the Ice Swarm monsters that are also dragons, it's nice to be able to have access to them. So Bahamut, Ophion, and Ouroboros, all dragons, so they don't get in the way of what we're trying to do, which is really nice. And then for the 6-stars, because we do have a decent amount of 6-stars, not that many, but we do have a few in this deck. So Photon Strike Bounzer, Petalemi, Hieratic Dragon, another dragon monster that doesn't get in the way of solidarity, so I definitely like having access to this. And then we can obviously special summon more dragons. And then Gaia Dragon again, he's a dragon, so that doesn't get in the way of what we're trying to do, and we can get him out, with those other 6-stars. And then because of the Dragon's Mirror, 2 5-headed dragon. So again, I'm still experimenting with this deck, so I might add in some other things to the extra deck. You could definitely add in some dark 4-stars. I didn't really think about doing that too much, but that could be useful, like Master Key Beetle or something, so it's up to you. But for the side deck, so in side decks in my videos, they're kind of just recommended cards for this deck type. It isn't a side deck for matches. These are just cards I want you to think about. When it comes to this card, the options are really unlimited. There's so many builds. I wanted to try out Dragon base build, but because I like this card so much, I might try out other builds. So I'm just going to talk about that. You could definitely run this with Dragon Rulers. Since Dragon Rulers are kind of dead now, you can't really run Dragon Rulers and just him. But Redox can search for him. Tempest can search for him. Dragon Rulers are really easy, like fodder for him, and then you can use their effects from the graveyard, so they can combo really nicely. Tragodia, another great card. If you're running like a dark build with this card, Tragodia is a great choice. If you want to run a Malefic build, definitely you can run like Malefic Truth Dragon. Will give him insane amounts of attack when you use, Montage Dragon. You can definitely run cards like Blue Eyes and Malefic Blue Eyes, and there's a bunch of other builds you can do with that, and you can run support for Blue Eyes. You can run this with Earthbound Immortals, another type of build that also uses darks. You can run Light and Dark, run Blackluster Soldier, Chaos cards. You can run a Yubel deck and run this card because Yubel has high levels. You can run like Beast King Barbaros, Swift Gaia, Fusilier, all the cards that you can normal summon but normally have high levels, so you can combo them really well with this deck. You can run, again, with Blue Eyes, you can run Maiden with the Eyes of Blue to stall, give you access to Synchros and do other things. Again, you can run more Synchro support and have Black Rose. With Black Rose, you can wait and get out Black Rose, then wipe the field, and then bring out Montage Dragon to do insane amounts of damage as well. Depending on your normal monster support, you can run Heart of the Underdog, Dark Factory, Mass Production, things like that will allow you to get your stuff back. And Monster Reincarnation can be really nice too. Get those dragons in your hand or whatever you need to summon Montage Dragon can be very useful. So that's my Montage Dragon deck. Again, this is just a fun experimental deck. I just saw this card. I wanted to try this crazy build out, just see what happens. You guys can let me know how bad it is in the comments below, but I definitely want to hear some suggestions to see what I can do with this deck, because again, I really like this card. Even though it requires such crazy hand, it's still a cool idea, and I like the build I'm running, and I also would like to experiment with the other builds. But if you guys have your own Montage Dragon deck, I'd be surprised. But if you do, you could post below, talk about the cards you use, make suggestions for me, and that kind of thing. But as always, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you later.